Coming up at 11, the latest on the 2 West Virginia National Guard members who were shot in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening and happy Thanksgiving to you. I'm Caroline Mueller. President Trump says one of 2 West Virginia National Guard members shot in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday has died. Natalie Brand has more details from Washington.
President Trump announced on Thursday night that one of the 2 National Guard members shot while patrolling the nation's capital on Thanksgiving Eve has died from her injuries.
Right now, I heard that Sarah Beckstrom of West Virginia, one of the guardsmen that we're talking about, highly respected, young, magnificent person, started service in June of 2023, outstanding in every way. She's just passed away.
The other National Guardsman was identified as 24-year-old Andrew Wolf. Investigators say the suspect in Wednesday's deadly shooting drove cross-country to carry out an ambush attack.
A lone gunman opened fire without provocation, ambush style, armed with a .357 Smith & Wesson revolver.
Officials identified the suspect as 29-year-old Ramanallah Lakhanwal of Washington State, an Afghan national who entered the U.S. in 2021 following the American withdrawal from the war-torn country. The CIA said Lakhanwal previously worked with the U.S. government in Afghanistan. A Department of Homeland Security official tells CBS News the suspected gunman was granted asylum earlier this year on humanitarian grounds.
We must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country.
In addition, the director of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services says he has ordered at the direction of President Trump a full-scale, rigorous re-examination of all green cards for every immigrant from more than a dozen countries of concern, including Afghanistan. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
The Trump administration says it's pausing the processing of all immigration applications for Afghan nationals following the incident.
We saw those cooler temperatures today. Some folks only made it to those low 40s, and we're just going to continue to see those temperatures dropping overnight. As you're heading into the late hours, we're dropping down to about the low to mid 20s for most folks. That will continue into your early morning hours as well, leading to some cold temperatures for the last day of your work week. Now, as we head into tomorrow, those temperatures won't be warming up much. We're only talking mid to upper 30s across eastern Kentucky, so be prepared for those cold temperatures all day long. Just to highlight those low temperatures one more time, 24 degrees is about what we're expecting for most folks tonight. And then as we're heading into tomorrow morning, we're looking at mostly sunny skies throughout the day. We'll see those high temperatures around that 3 p.m. time frame, still very chilly. Caroline.
All right, Megan, thank you. Ronald Exantis, who is charged with the 2015 stabbing death of Logan Tipton, is back in prison. While he was found not guilty of the child's murder by reason of insanity, Exantis was convicted on 3 assault charges for stabbing other members of the family. Released in October on mandatory re-entry supervision, Exantis failed to register as a felon within 48 hours. The Kentucky Parole Board revoked his supervision, citing a significant risk to prior victims or the community. Now, a t-shirt business in Tennessee is making t-shirts to help the Tipton family with funding for Logan's Law. Representative James Nemeth says he plans to file Logan's Law this session. The law would send someone found guilty by reason of insanity to a mental health facility. Madison Carmouche talked to the small business owner about making a difference beyond state lines.
Addie Leach started her business, Addie's Tees, in July 2025 in Columbia, Tennessee. She said originally the goal was to make t-shirts for special occasions, but then she entered the world of fundraising through her craft.
I did one for someone here who's looking for a kidney. And I'm pleased to announce he found a kidney after 1.5 years, so that's awesome.
Leach says since that first fundraiser, she has done 3 others, including her newest edition in Woodford County, Kentucky. She says while scrolling on TikTok, she saw Dean Tipton.
It's not right.
He was telling the story of his son Logan Tipton's 2015 stabbing death.
You could just see the pain in his eyes. And that's why I stayed. And I just kept watching.
She says when she realized they were working to get Logan's Law passed in the upcoming session, she knew she needed to do more. The family is looking to make sure when someone is found not guilty by way of insanity, they remain in custody for the entirety of their sentence, unlike the man in Logan's case, Ronald Exantis, who was released in October.
And I was like, I have to message him, and I have to at least see if they would be interested, like if there's anything I can do, even if it's not t-shirts.
Leach says when she realized the family would be interested in the fundraiser, she stopped what she was doing and started working on the design. Now the shirts are available for sale, with 50% of the proceeds going to the Tipton family to fund Logan's Law.
I felt like I needed a mental break, but you know what? That's more important. What they are doing and what they're fighting for is more important.
She says she will continue to use her business as a way to raise money and awareness for people in need. Madison Carmouche, WKYT.
If you're interested in purchasing one of the shirts, you can find the link inside this story on our website, WYMT.com. A group of churches in eastern Kentucky are making sure that everyone can enjoy the holiday, and they mean everyone. The event is called One Church Thanksgiving. It started with a single congregation in Pikeville 9 years ago who saw a good deed that needed doing. Now their mission of providing a turkey dinner has expanded to hundreds of churches and volunteers all across the region. This year they prepared 12,000 meals.
Something like that I don't get to do very often. Like, it's a great opportunity to come out and support my community.
It's really fun to help people in need that need it more than I do. And I just feel like sometimes it's better to help other people than just caring about yourself.
The church group delivers to all kinds of people, from those experiencing homelessness to those in nursing homes and even those in local jails. Well, many were seen turkey trotting along Main Street in Hazard this Thanksgiving morning. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino spoke to Eastern Kentuckians about what this holiday means to them.
Runners lined up on Main Street in downtown Hazard Thursday morning for the 2025 Turkey Trot. Stretching, warming up those turkey legs, and cheering on loved ones is how some Eastern Kentuckians spent their Thanksgiving morning. While it's a tradition for some,
looks like we had some technical difficulties there, but the trot was hosted by the Perry County Department of Outdoor Recreation. And the main event for the Thanksgiving holiday is, of course, the food. However, a new report reveals just how much food is wasted each year across the U.S. According to the Refed, an estimated 320 million pounds of food will be thrown away on Thanksgiving. That adds up to around $550 million worth of food. The nonprofit is focused on reducing food waste. It says in total about 35 million tons of food waste is reported each year in the U.S. Half of that is in the form of groceries that spoil in your home. Or maybe a meal is only half eaten and then spoils. However, there are ways that you can prevent that food from going bad so quickly. After your Thanksgiving meal is done, you'll want to put the food away as soon as possible. Make sure you use shallow, airtight containers. You'll want to avoid overfilling those containers or putting large pans directly in the fridge. This helps the food cool quickly and evening and reduces the risk of bacteria growth. However, even if you follow all these tips, you still only have a certain amount of time to enjoy the leftovers.
A good rule of thumb is that leftovers are safe for 3 to 4 days in the refrigerator. So if you think you're going to go longer than that before you can finish foods off or before you eat them, your best bet is to throw them in the freezer to keep them safe.
The same can be said for food stored in the freezer. While frozen leftovers can stay safe indefinitely, their flavor and texture may start to change after about 4 months. A deputy chief with the London Fire Department has died. Wilson Rollins worked with the fire department for more than 70 years. Last night, they hosted a procession for him in London. Rawlings started volunteering with London Fire Department at 15 years old. He helped create the London Laurel County Rescue Squad in 1969. London Mayor Randall Weddle is ordering all flags to half-staff in the city. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, it's an iconic Thanksgiving tradition. We take you to New York City for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And temperatures are dropping tonight, leading to cold Black Friday temperatures. I'll tell you what you can expect coming up.